Hello, fifth grade. I have had you doing some hardcore arithmetic for weeks. Multiplying, dividing, fractions, the whole deal. This is going to be a nice reprieve. It's still math. It's still fifth grade standards. But for those of you that want to get away from the four operations and some fractions for a little bit, this is the week for you. We're going to do some coordinate graphing. And yes, it's math, but it's kind of math for the more visual, those that are kind of the artists among us. Let's take a look at this. Coordinate graphing. Locations are found using an ordered pair. What you'll find when it asks you to go to your graph is it's going to give you two numbers inside parentheses. This is called an order paired. The first number is called the x-coordinate. The second is the y. For years I wondered why, and then I asked somebody, they looked at me like I was nuts. They're like, x comes before y in the alphabet. So x comes before y in the ordered pair. I felt very intelligent that day. I was kind of glad I'd finally asked the question, but I'd wished I'd asked it when I was like in grade school. When you're putting coordinates on a graph, the first one tells you how far to go over on the graph. The second one tells you how far to go up. The way I remember that is first you walk and then you fly. Now some of you might be wondering, what is she talking about if this is not something you've explored on IXL yet? So let me show you. Let's say we had the ordered pairs 8-1, 8-5, 2-5, and just for fun, let's throw in that first one that we had as well, 2-1. I'm going to go to my graph paper. On my graph paper, I have a line across the bottom, a horizontal line. It is numbered, this one goes 1 through, I really should put my glasses on now because those numbers are really little. 1 through, I still can't see them, 20. This is our x-axis. I kind of crossed it out when I traced the line, but this is my x-axis. This one goes with that first coordinate, that x-coordinate. Then there's also a vertical line called an axis. I'm not going to trace that one all the way up because I know I'm just going to go off the lines again. It also starts at 0. This one goes all the way up to, I believe, 25 or 26. And this is the y-axis. This goes with the second number in our pair. So the ordered pair that I started with was 2, 1. First I'm going to walk. I'm going to use that x-coordinate first. I'm going to go over 2. Then I'm going to fly. I'm going to go up just like a bird flying. And my second number is 1. So I go over 2, up 1. That is the spot that goes with my ordered pair 2, 1. For a little more practice, let's try my other ordered pairs. I'm driving my cameraman nuts right now because she has no idea where my paper's going. Let's do 8, 1. That means I'm going to go over to 8, up to 1. Over to 8, up to 1. Then I'm going to do 8, 5. Over to 8, up to 5. Over to 8, up to 5. Then I'm going to do 2, 5. Over to 2, up to 5. Over to 2, up to 5. Yes, I did put them in a rectangular shape for fun. If my instructions told me to join up my points to make some lines, I could make just quite a lovely rectangle out of that. Sometimes they ask you to do that, sometimes they don't. I thought it'd be fun to make a rectangle. Sometimes on ordered paired activities or coordinate graphing activities, they'll give you some different locations on the graph and they want to know the ordered pair. So let's say we wanted to find out where the star is. First thing, I'd figure out how far over because I've got to walk first. So I'm kind of like, that goes over 14, and then how far would I have to go up? I'd have to go up to, is that 23?
23.
23, good. I don't have the best glasses. So it's over 14 up 23. So the ordered pair is 14, 23. For the circle, I'd have to go over 18 when it's in line with 18. That's 18 there. And then I'd have to go up to 22. So this one would be 18, 22. And finally, we have a smiley face. To get to the smiley face, I'd have to go over 19 and up to 24. So the ordered pairs would be 19 and 24. Yes, the order does make a difference. If you flipped these around and you said 23, 14, you would not wind up here. You would wind up at, well, you'd be off the graph on 23 and 14. Those are not the same locations at all, so the order does matter. That's why they call them ordered pairs. One of the activities that you'll have this week is the opportunity to make a picture using coordinates. I've got a long list of coordinates for you to find, interspersed with stop signs, and then you're going to get a graph paper just like the one I was just using. And I've already started this activity so you can see what it looks like. My first coordinate, I've got to be able to see this, was 5, 5. So I went over 5, up 5, made a dot. Then I had 5, 3, 10. Sorry, 3, 10. I made a dot, connected them, checked it off. Then I had
5, 16.
5, 16. So I'd go over to 5 and up to 16. I connected the dots, checked it off. I just kept doing that. Make a dot, make a dot, make a line, make a dot, make a line, make a dot, make a line. I kept going. And so far I have what looks like a very fat bowling pin. But I'm going to continue just so you can see what this looks like because the stop signs are often a little confusing. I just did dot 15, 19. My next one is 13, 17. So I'm going to go over 13 and up 17. If you have a straight edge, you can use it. If you have a steady hand, you can use that. Check it off. 15, 16. So I'm going to go over 15 and up 16. Check it off. Then I'm going to go over 17, up 10. Where's 10? There it is. And I'll connect them. Then I'm going to go over 15, up 5. 15, 5. And then there's a giant stop sign. When you see the stop sign, that means that you are not going to connect this point to this point. This starts a whole new section. So I'm not going to connect this one to it. You'll wind up with something weird if you do. I'm just going to start afresh, and I'm going to go to 8. Is that 8, 6? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to go over 8, up 6. Does that look weird? Yes, it does, but that is okay because that's where it goes. Then it says 6, 11. So I'd go over 6, up 11, and I'd connect them. This looks a little better because at least it's parallel there, so it kind of makes some sense. 8, 16, 8, and up to 16. 12 and 16 again. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I had an eye doctor's appointment for April 7th, but then all the eye doctor's offices were closed. So here we are. 14, 11, 14, and up 11. And then 12, 6. 12, 6. Then there's another stop sign, which means I am not going to connect this one to this one. So 5th grade, have fun. Don't forget how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, but it's not required for the work that you have this week. Enjoy, and I will see you at our Zoom meetings. Bye-bye.